Cal and Gilbert created a six-tier model to help portray class structure in the U.S., as well as in other capitalist countries. At the top of the model are the powerful elite that consist of just 1% of the population. They are so wealthy, they own 1/3 of the entire nation's wealth. This top group is worth more than the entire bottom 90% of the country. For example, the Waltons of the Walmart fortune is worth more than the bottom 40% of all Americans. Below that group are the upper middle class. This group generally has an income based on their educational attainment. Most have a college degree, and many have postgraduate degrees in business, management, law, or medicine. Often these are the people that are managing business interests of the capitalist class. The lower middle class comprises about 34% of the population. They follow the orders given by their managers, the upper middle class. They have mainstream lifestyles, but struggle financially. The working class is about 30% of our population, and they tend to be unskilled workers, have less education, and lower incomes. Their jobs tend to be less secure and more routine, and they tend to have more supervision. And the working poor are about 15% of our population. For this group, day-to-day existence is a struggle. The jobs are unskilled, low-paying, temporary, and seasonal sometimes. The work could also include sharecropping, farm work, house cleaning, and day labor. Education for this group is usually low, and some are functionally illiterate, which makes it hard to even fill out a job application. They often work full-time but don't make enough money to take them out of the poverty level and may receive some government assistance. At the bottom of the tier are the underclass, with many living in the inner city. They may live where there are jobs available, but they're not qualified for the kind of employment that's available in their area and may not have suitable transportation to take them where they can hold a job. If employed, the jobs are menial. About 5% of our population falls into this class. Social class impacts many different dimensions in our lives. The higher your social class, the more likely you will stay healthy and live a longer life. Infants born to the poor are more likely to die before they're 1 year old, and if you're poor and elderly, you're much more likely to die early. Those with good health insurance have more access to medical care and can pick and choose their doctors. And lifestyle is a factor as well. Good nutrition and good dental care, as well as having safe and clean housing, is a factor in health. The stress of being poor weakens the immune system as well, and mental health can be affected by poverty. And family life and who we choose as a spouse will affect us. We tend to choose spouses that are from the same socioeconomic background as we are. Our education is a big factor in our socioeconomic status. Children of the wealthy can attend private schools where they're trained for success and are also taught upper-class values. And religion has some correlation to social class. Episcopalians tend to attract the middle and upper classes, where Baptists draw heavily from the lower classes. And the lower classes tend to be attracted to more expressive types of worship services, loud music, and more dialogue within the congregation during the services. Political views follow class lines too. The higher the social class, the more likely one will vote Republican. The working class is more liberal on economic issues, but tends to be more conservative on the social issues. And street crime tends to be dealt with more often by the court, and corporate crime is rarely prosecuted. Members of the lower social classes tend to be more likely to be on probation, in prison, or on parole, and the lower classes are more likely to be victimized by street crime. Health surveys show that people with lower incomes tend to have many more serious health issues that impact their ability to function on a day-to-day basis. Mental health is severely impacted by income as well. Day-to-day life and social expectations are very different depending on social class. How one displays one's status to the various social circles varies. For upper classes, philanthropy and being seen at philanthropic events is a big part of their status display. And basic needs such as housing are dependent on wealth and income. A vast number of individuals in our nation have inadequate housing.